ਸਤਨਾਮ ਸ੍ਰੀ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਜੀਓ। ਮਨ ਮਾਇਆ ਮੈਂ ਰਮ ਰਹਿਓ, ਨਿਕਸਤ ਨਾਹਿਨ ਮੀਤ। ਨਾਨਕ ਮੂਰਤ ਚਿਤਰ ਜਿਉ, ਛਾੜਿਤ ਨਾਹਿਨ ਭੀਤ। ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ, ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ। Then they say that man maya mein ram rahiyo. I said what ended up happening was, in these three avasthas, in these three states, that my mind, man maya mein ram rahiyo, it ended up becoming completely immersed. Rama means immersed, becoming completely immersed in this maya. In this maya that is just temporary. Even this body, even this sreer is temporary, Sangat Ji. So this temporary sreer, yes, it needs those temporary things to survive, just like that food and milk and everything else. It's there for survival. But imagine if we just get caught up in it, and that's what we make life all about. And we don't think there's anything else to life other than that. And we don't actually take time out to meditate in the morning and put our dhyana or focus in a Kalapurk and actually reach that plane, reach that avastha where it's just sun samad lagayenda, where it's just complete silence, and where we can act from that place and serve the whole creation. Then Sadhguru Ji Pachi say that man maya mein ram rahiyo, that because my mind ended up becoming immersed in all of this maya, and then niksit nahin meet. They're saying, oh my friend Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji, meet means friend, niksat nahin. Niksat means to come out, nahin. It's not able to come out. And then they give this amazing example, Pacha Ji do. This is Nanak Murat Chitar Jiyo. This is just like a Murat, just like here, a Murat means a painting. Murat actually translates literally to a form, but they're talking about here when something's been painted, a form that's been painted. Nanak Murat Chitra Jiyo. Chitra means an actual painting. And this says, imagine like a painting of a Murat, of a particular form of something. This is Shadit Nahin Peet. This is just like that painting does not leave the wall that it's painted on. Peet means wall. Chadit means to leave. So imagine this painting, it's painted upon a wall, and the way those colors and paints, they absorb into that wall. And imagine now trying to take out that paint from that wall. It becomes impossible. But Sangat Ji, Guru Sahib Ji saying that we get caught up and we get trapped in this world in that very way. We get so absorbed, it becomes almost impossible to then come out of these things that we're so attached to our children, to our siblings, to our parents. And this is where then people get so confused. And when they start this spiritual path, a lot of people then become completely distant to these relations around them. It's not to run away from these relationships. It's not to actually distance ourselves from the relationships, which so many people end up doing instead. But it's finding that place inside, that silence inside, and knowing that actually when coming to that realization that these things are temporary, they could leave any time. And if I make them my support, then one day I will get hurt, because I don't know when all of these are going to change. Because everything Guru Sahib Ji is bringing to light for us here, everything is changing. There's those that are in their childhood. That childhood never remains the same. It's going to keep changing. The body is changing. The mind is changing. That child in that childhood is not satisfied. He's always looking forward. As a child gets older, it's always thinking, and you'll see even kids when they get to 5, 6, they're always saying, when I get to 7, when I get to 8, when I get to my cousin's age, then I'll get to do this, then I'll get to do that. They're still looking forward as well, not in that satisfaction. And then as you start getting older, then you think, oh, now where do I go from here? Because once you get to old age, there is nowhere else to go. Then you're looking back and wanting your youth days back. You're wanting your childhood back. And there's never that complete satisfaction until we don't connect to our inner self and don't connect to Naam. That's why, Sangat Ji, everything is constantly changing. So Sadhguru Ji Pacha Ji, they tell us, just like that pain is absorbed, we end up becoming so absorbed in that what is temporary, and that's what then causes this immense amount of suffering. Vaheguru Ji ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji ki Fateh.